Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got to go today, y'all. I said we got to go in today, y'all. We are talking about the Wonder Twin Powers themselves. We are talking about the block party at Colonial Life Arena. We are talking about two of the best post players in the SEC. And that is none other than Kamilla Cardoso and Ashlyn Watkins. It is such a pleasure to watch both of these young ladies grow, both of these young ladies mature and become the elite basketball players that they strive to see. South Carolina basketball is in an amazing place, and Kamilla Cardoso and Ashlyn Watkins are the foundation of defense that we need as a basketball team as we look to win the SEC championship, as we look forward and potentially winning the NCAA championship in April in Cleveland, Ohio. It is going down. And before we look at the present, we have to come back a little bit. We got to reverse it a little bit and look at last year. Look at the growth of last year to this year. Kamilla Cardoso, we start with her first. Kamilla Cardoso, last year, averaged 19 minutes a game, averaged almost a double-double with 10 points, 9 rebounds, 2 block shots, 56% from the field, 70% from the free throw line. As a junior, she almost averaged a double-double with 10 points and 9 rebounds in 19 minutes of play. We all see the production that Kamilla Cardoso have done since she arrived in campus at University of South Carolina when she transferred from Syracuse. But don't forget, Kamilla Cardoso was a top 5 ranked recruit in her recruiting class, the number 1 center in her recruiting class, and she has gotten better bit by bit, year by year, and she's at the precipice right now. For greatness. She keeps continuing on this trajectory that she's doing right now. And that includes the dominant factor that she was last night playing against Kentucky. But Kamilla Cardoso, it just didn't happen. We hear, we see, and sometimes I think it's nitpicking Kamilla Cardoso about what she does not do as a basketball player. But at the end of the day, she's one of the most efficient basketball players on our team. 6'7", you know exactly what you're going to get from Kamilla Cardoso from game to game to game. But last year, 19 minutes, 10 rebounds, 19 minutes, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 2 block shots, 56% from the field, 70% from the free throw line, the 6th woman of the year in the SEC. Sounds good to me. And last year, Ashlyn Watkins, 6'3", Cardinal Newman, 6'3", number 12 ranked player in her 2020 class in the country. The number 1 forward in the country. Okay. Slam dunk champion at the McDonald's All-American. 5-star recruit. Won a state title in volleyball. That's Ashlyn Watkins. You got Ashlyn Watkins winning the state title in volleyball. You got Joyce Edwards winning putting in the work in volleyball and soccer. All state. I mean, come on. I'm not sure what the volleyball team at USC is, but I tell you what, they could use Ashlyn Watkins and a Joyce Edwards. I know that for sure. Ashlyn Watkins last year came in as a freshman, played 11 minutes of basketball, 11 minutes a game, averaged 5 points, 3 rebounds, 56% from the field, 47% from the free throw line. We saw glimpses of what she could do. We saw her dunk a basketball against Clemson. We saw that. So last night wasn't a surprise to me. It wasn't a surprise to me. She's been doing this stuff all her career. You know what I'm saying? But we sometimes want to we think of the freshmen like they just supposed to just add freshmen, have them play 30 minutes of basketball game and let them run. That happens with some basketball players at some schools. Some schools is not as good as South Carolina. But you are the 12th ranked player in the 2020 class in Ashlyn Watkins. In her freshman year, she just played 11 minutes a game. Okay? Still averaged 5 points, 3 rebounds. Okay? So let's not forget. Let's not forget, this is South Carolina. This ain't some of these other schools. We sometimes put a little bit too much pressure on these freshmen and we think they're just going to blow up all of a sudden. That don't work at South Carolina because every freshman that comes into South Carolina, arrives on campus, have another sophomore, have another junior was just as highly rated as they are. So in Ashlyn Watkins' case, she played behind Camilla Cardoso. She played behind Victoria Saxon. She played behind Leah Boston. So the time of waiting and watching and learning was last year for her. Because coming into this sophomore season, Ashlyn Watkins has been put on notice. She has got the minutes. She improved her minutes from 11 minutes to this year, her sophomore season, 19 minutes of game. 19 minutes a game. She added 8 more minutes. 9 rebounds. 9 points. 9.7 rebounds, 3 block shots a game. Okay, 56% from the field, 51% from the free throw line. She has improved in every area, every single area. 5 points to 9 points. 3 rebounds to 7 rebounds. 1 block shot to 3 block shots. 56%, a little over 50%, 56% now. Free throws from 47 to 51%. Okay, so over the course of this year, she has improved in every single way. Every single way. From game 1 to last night's game against Kentucky. Okay, and in SEC play, over the 4 games in SEC play, those numbers have continued to go up. Ashlyn Watkins is up to 26 minutes a game now. She doesn't start, but she is playing 26 minutes of basketball per game, averaging 9 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 block shots per basketball game in SEC play. Those numbers, the overall numbers of 9.7 rebounds, 3 block shots is very, very similar. Very similar to what Camila Cardosa did last year as a junior with her 10 points, 9 rebounds, 2 block shots a game. Are we going to say that, Ashlyn Watkins is going to be the SEC 6th Woman of the Year? Yes, I am saying that. I am saying that right now on January the 16th that Ashlyn Watkins is going to win that award. The numbers are only going to get better for her as she continues to get more minutes. Ashlyn Watkins, in my humble opinion, is a superstar waiting to burst out for the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball program. She's one of the most athletic. She's one of the most powerful. She's gonna jump higher. She's still 6'3" and growing as a basketball player. Ashlyn Watkins is going to be your SEC 6th Woman of the Year. Book it. And just like Ashlyn Watkins has improved over the course of the season, Camila Cardosa has done the same exact thing. She's continued to improve from her junior year to her senior year. Camila Cardosa is averaging 25 minutes of basketball game, up from 19 minutes last season. She's in a starting role now. Her points are up from 10 points to 13 points. Her rebounds are up from 9 points to 11 rebounds. Okay. Now she's added 2 assists per game. She's adding a more of a repertoire, if you will, to her game. The high-low play of Camila Cardosa and Chloe Kitts is awesome to see, y'all. But and she improved her block shots. She improved her block shots from 2 block shots to 3 block shots. Field goal percentage from 56% to 60%. Free throws still the same 70%, but you got a 6'7" post player, your tallest player on the field. Most of the time, your tallest player in any game that we're gonna play against. Okay, but she's still shooting 70% from the free throw line. SEC play, she's averaging 25 minutes a game. 25 minutes a game, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 block shots. Camila Cardosa is what you call the epitome of efficiency. That rhymes, bars. Epitome of efficiency. You know exactly what you're going to get from Camila in non-conference play or in SEC play. Now, we have a big game against Texas A&M, who has a really good defense. And there's going to be some battles with Kamilla Cardoso and Ashlyn Watkins in the post. It's going to be some battles. But I tell you this right here, I bet my money on Cardoso and Watkins any day of the week and twice on Sunday. And the game happens to be on Sunday against Texas A&M at 5:00 p.m. Oh, we going to Texas. We going to Texas. Hostile territory. Coach very well. Good players. All these things. But when you have a post with Cardoso and you have a post with Watkins, you will be in every basketball game. You've been in every basketball game. I mentioned that Ashlyn Watkins is going to be the SEC Sixth Woman of the Year. I'm not going to say this right now. I'm not going to put my stamp of approval and guarantee that Ashlyn Watkins is not going to get another award, because it is very highly possible. Very highly possible that Ashlyn Watkins will be the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. It is very possible that could happen. And if we have an SEC Player of the Year who's coming off the bench, SEC Player of the Year in regards to defense, coming off the bench, we have something amazing at the University of South Carolina. She's our best on-ball defender. Perimeter or post. She's our best on-ball defender. So Ashlyn Watkins has the potential to be a game changer on offense and on defense. The reason that we are number 1 in defensive rating is because of Cardoso. It's because of Ashlyn Watkins. It's because of Bree Hall on the perimeter. These are the reasons, but it's anchored by the Wonder Twins and Cardoso and Watkins. They are the anchor that South Carolina needs. That South Carolina needs to win another championship. And there's more help coming next year in the names of Adele Tack and who looks to be an excellent defender at 6'5", who's injured right now from Texas. But Joyce Edwards, who has that 6'2.5" size and athleticism and speed. Number 2 ranked recruit in the country, number 1 ranked recruit in my mind in the country, according to the Captain Will's rankings. So you just continue to stack dominant post players on top of dominant post players who can alter shots, who can block shots, who can defend in the post. It all starts in the post with me. And apparently, obviously, with Dawn Staley and coaching staff and Lisa Boyer and so forth, it starts in the post. Don't forget that. We have to recognize where our money is made. Our money is made in the post. We pay the dividends. We get the dividends with the outside shooting, having the number 1 ranked 3-point shooting team in the country. The inside-outside game of the South Carolina Gamecocks is the best in the country. Not UCLA, not Stanford, not UConn, not Iowa, not LSU, not any of those teams. The elite play of the University of South Carolina Gamecocks in the post and around the 3-point line is the best. And here's a fun fact. This is a fun fact for how good South Carolina is. This is a fun fact. On January the 16th on 2024, South Carolina is the number 1 team in net ranking. Okay? South Carolina is the number 1 ranked offense in offensive rating. South Carolina is the number 1 ranked defense in defensive rating. There is no better team in this country than the University of South Carolina with the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.